All right, y'all. Is this the end of crypto? Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, has issued a full-on assault against Binance, the largest exchange in the world, Coinbase, a publicly traded American crypto exchange, and basically deeming that most altcoins are all securities. So in this episode, guys, we're going to break down all this news, and I'm going to give my thoughts on is this the end of crypto? So you're definitely going to want to stay to the end of this episode. Now, guys, before we get started, guys, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Guys, I live in my mom's garage. You wouldn't take financial advice from me. I would hope not. Anyway, let's get straight into it, guys. This is headline news right now. CNBC, crypto tokens plunged this week after Gensler stepped up SEC crackdown. So, guys, Gensler said in the interview, we don't need more digital currency. What Gary Gensler is essentially saying is that the United States dollar is its own digital currency, and we don't need anything else. So let's go ahead and let's go to CoinMarketCap and let's go look at what this news did to the crypto markets. So let's head to CoinMarketCap. So guys, Bitcoin's down 5% in the last 7 days. Now, what I want noted, what you need to think about is in this attack that another weaponized 3-letter agency has committed on crypto, Bitcoin was not a target. The SEC and Gary Gensler have come out and said that Bitcoin is a commodity. So in none of these lawsuits is Bitcoin even mentioned. Same with Ethereum. Ethereum's down 8% based on this news. And guys, if Ethereum isn't a security, then really none of these other altcoins are securities. But it just seems that the powers have chosen Ethereum to be kind of like the one, perhaps, the one that maybe they're going to build their central bank digital currency on. Maybe they're going to build some type of metaverse on. I don't know. But, in all these lawsuits and all this attack by the SEC that you're seeing, we are not seeing Ethereum or Bitcoin named. That's the one thing, probably the most important thing you want to take note of. Now, BNB, Binance Coin, that's the largest exchange in the world, guys, down 23% in a week. 23% in a week. Cardano's down almost 30% in a week. Guys, in full disclosure, not financial advice, I bought more Cardano on this news because, guys, when the bad news comes in, that's when I'm buying. I buy when it's red. And you know what token wasn't named a security? That's very odd. Dogecoin. Dogecoin down 15%. Dogecoin was not named a security in this lawsuit, but Polygon, MATIC, and Solana were named securities. How interesting is that? That is, guys, it makes no sense. It makes no sense, which leaves people like me to say that, I don't know what it is. I don't know why they're issuing this attack on crypto assets. I can speculate what it is, and it's strictly about that they don't want the American people holding these assets. They want to destroy our money through inflation, and they don't want you having a way out of inflation. That's what I think it is. I think they want these assets for themselves. I think they want retail out of it. I mean, guys, Robinhood. I've warned you guys about Robinhood, about staying away from Robinhood. Check out the news Robinhood just launched. Robinhood to delist tokens for Solana, Cardano, and Polygon after SEC suit names them as securities. So Robinhood took it upon himself to delist these tokens. But you know what tokens Robinhood is still allowing? Shiba Inu. Dogecoin. You know why? Because they make money off of these. They pump these assets and they pull the rug on the retail investor. So if the SEC was truly concerned about protecting retail, why didn't they go after FTX? I mean, guys, FTX had Super Bowl commercials. FTX was essentially the biggest Ponzi scheme the American country has ever witnessed. And Sam Bankman-Fried, the owner of FTX, was meeting with Gary Gensler regularly. So they're attacking exchange. And guys, I'm not saying that Binance isn't doing anything sketchy. I'm sure they are. I'm sure, and Coinbase is a publicly traded company. So Coinbase has jumped through all the regulatory hoops to become a publicly traded company to sell these assets. The problem is what, Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, is saying is that the SEC is they're regulating through enforcement. Brian Armstrong and Binance, they're asking for clear regulations. They're asking for guidance on how to do everything on the up and up and by the books. The SEC won't even talk to them, but they were regularly meeting with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. Guys, the goal of the SEC is to protect the retail investor, me and you. Do you feel protected by the SEC? Look at how much damage the crypto markets have done because of this news. Does that sound like that we're being protected? Polygon MATIC, one of my largest holdings, down 30% in a week. This is insanity. Guys, Algorand. Algorand is a crypto you guys know I'm invested in. Algorand was was labeled a security by Gary Gensler. Now, let me show you the hypocrisy, guys. I appreciate you staying with me this far in the video, guys. Please drop a like if you can. But check this out of Gary Gensler, who, guys, you can look it up. He's deemed Algorand a security. But check this old video out. Gary doesn't want you to see this.
Sylvia McCally's Algorand, who's a Turing Award winner at MIT that I work with. Sylvia's got a great technology that has the performance you could create Uber on top of it. Sylvia McCally's Algorand.
So you guys see, this is from years ago. Gary Gensler bragging about Algorand's technology, bragging. Gary Gensler taught blockchain at MIT, so he knows the founder of Algorand, bragging about how awesome the technology is, and now is deeming it a security. Something doesn't add up. Guys, something's coming from above him to do this attack, because he knows that these assets aren't securities. And, guys, can Gary Gensler be sued? Technically, in that video, he's promoting an unregistered security, right? So what is going on? Gary Gensler's just basically becoming a rogue agent in a full-on assault on crypto assets. Now, if you're wondering why this upsets me so much, here's why. Because while our government, in the midst of, an inflationary economy that we're in the midst of, economic turmoil that we're in, check this out. Hong Kong legislator invites Coinbase to the region despite SEC scrutiny. Guys, check this out. Russia's biggest bank to allow trading of digital assets in June. Check out this tweet. I hereby offer an invitation to all global virtual asset trading operators, including Coinbase, to come to Hong Kong for application for official trading platforms and further development plans. Please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to provide any assistance. So while we're dealing with economic uncertainty, economic turmoil, inflation like we've never seen before, and we finally have a way out of inflation, a way to, innovate into this new economy, into this fourth industrial revolution we're going in, our SEC, in the guise of protecting retail investor, is pushing all this innovation offshore. So you guys, I'm sure you follow the news. You see what's going on with China. You see what's going on with Russia. So it doesn't matter what we do in this country. These assets just exist. There's the Pandora doesn't go back in this box. These assets exist, and now through this crazy regulation, they're trying to push it all offshore. So what is really going on? Because do you guys want to see China be the leader in blockchain and Web3 innovation? Do you guys want to see Russia, right? I mean, the mainstream media is telling us Russia's the bad guy, right? So we're just going to hand over this economic innovation. You think Russia is going to comply with SEC regulations? Come on, guys. It's insanity. It's insanity. Now, again, here's the full list of the tokens the SEC deemed as security: Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Filecoin, Sandbox, Decentraland, Algorand, Axie Infinity. You guys know I hold a lot of these assets. Now, one I want you to pay attention to is Decentraland Mana. Guys, Fidelity Bank. Fidelity in the metaverse. Learn about money mindfulness, exploring Fidelity's Bloomerama in an interactive metaverse experience in Decentraland. So Fidelity is Fidelity's one of the largest investment institutions in the country. They're openly saying that you're going to be able to, you can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum on Fidelity. They're openly embracing, a token that was deemed a security. Why isn't the SEC going after Fidelity? This is why. This weaponization, again, it's not. This is hurting retail. Guys, if tokens we hold are down 30%, and guys, just because Gary Gensler deemed these tokens securities doesn't make them securities. They're going to have to fight this in a court of law. I can tell you right now that Binance has like $1 billion allocated to attorneys to fight this. Coinbase has a legal team like you wouldn't believe, and they're going to fight this. But I think what the bigger issue is that Gary Gensler is, and this is just speculation on my part, Gary Gensler is getting orders from the big banks to attack these platforms because the big banks want to control these assets. Fidelity being one of them. I showed you. Guys, Coinbase, I don't think Coinbase is going under. Could Coinbase go under? Absolutely. I don't think Coinbase is going under. Here's why. You can Google this. BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, is partnered with Coinbase to provide trading of Bitcoin and Ethereum for their institutional clients. So what does this sound like to you? It sounds like another three-letter agency being weaponized in order to hurt these companies, to stifle innovation so that the big banks can come in, buy all these assets on pennies on the dollar, and then force you to go through them to buy them. That's my speculation, guys. What else could it be? I mean, guys, check it out. Listen to Gary Gensler. Listen to Gary Gensler.
There's parallels here to the FTX fraud and manipulation that we saw and we allege against Sam Bankman-Fried, where he had a sister organization, Alameda, and the special arrangements with that trading platform, FTX. I think the crypto industry more broadly, if it's going to have any success going forward, has to come into compliance with basic public policy about disclosure, about avoiding conflicts, about properly segregating customer funds and guarding against fraud and manipulation. Without that, this whole area stands a chance of collapsing like a house of cards.
So he's comparing Coinbase and Binance to FTX. Again, one of the largest Ponzi schemes in the world. I don't think they wanted FTX to collapse the way that it did because it exposed a lot of our corrupt politicians and their ties to FTX. Gary Gensler was really close with, Gary Gensler worked with Sam Bankman-Fried's mother and father. So it's very weird that he's attacking them, but they had full immunity to do what they wanted. And we didn't see any of this. Think about it, guys. Who has the SEC protected us from? They didn't protect us from Voyager. They didn't protect us from Celsius. And they definitely didn't protect us against FTX. But they're going to protect us from Coinbase. It makes no sense, guys. And it's frustrating. And, at this point, we need to demand, our politicians stand up to this. This is one politician that seems to be one of the good guys that gets it. This is Senator Cynthia Lummis, and she said, "We successfully prevented the President of the United States 30% digital asset mining tax from being included in the debt ceiling deal, but the fight is far from over. I'm working on a regulatory framework that will allow individuals and companies to own and trade digital assets in America. Stay tuned." So Senator Cynthia Lummis, thank you for standing up for the actual retail investor. And thank you, because, as you guys know, they raised the debt ceiling. Well, you shouldn't be surprised at that because, America's never defaulted on their debt. And, guys, they're not going to stop their endless wars. So the only way they can continue their endless wars is to raise the debt ceiling. Now, in that concession was that to take out, there was just an insane tax, 30% on crypto mining companies, which would, again, guys, you think all these, crypto mining companies, if they instituted that tax, you think they're going to stay and be subjugated to that? No, they're going to move to another country that doesn't have any type of crazy legislation like that. So thankfully, for senators like Cynthia Lummis, that we have some type of people with brains. We have some type of people that actually are worried about us. Now, let's get to the next story, guys. U.S. Senator Bill Hagerty hinted at some congressional action against Gary Gensler and the SEC for weaponizing their roles to kill the cryptocurrency industry. That's exactly what it is, guys. Guys, Gary Gensler's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. He was taught blockchain at MIT. Come on, guys. And he knows that no matter, guys, again, they can't stop it. They've already conceded that Bitcoin is a commodity, not a security. There's videos of Gary Gensler saying that. That's set in stone. So in all these lawsuits you're seeing, do not take this as an indictment on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is separated from all these altcoins. Now, I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. Guys, I do invest in altcoins, but I do, the more we get into the weeds of this, the more I am becoming a Bitcoin maxi. And I want you guys to understand something, that Bitcoin is the one. Bitcoin is the one. They'll never get rid of it. They'll never stop it. And what their plan is to FUD, and put out as much fake news so that the big institutions can buy it all up on pennies of the dollars. Guys, it's already settled. If you follow Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, they're calling it. You can go on their website. They talk about metaverse, talk about blockchain. They talk about all of that. And, we're going to be dealing with, attacks, because it's not attack on crypto and blockchain. It's an attack on American people. It's attack on a retail investor. And if you see, you guys, you see what's happening in this country. You see what's happening with inflation. You guys think inflation's done? No, they just raised the debt ceiling. You guys realize what that's going to do to inflation? Inflation is a construct of the way that the economy is designed, the way that our Fed prints money endlessly to pay for endless wars, right? So please don't take this as a political statement, guys, because, it's hard to not talk about crypto without talking politics, because our overlords, and it's not a Republican versus Democrat thing, guys. I am against both of them. I am not a fan of the Republicans. I'm not a fan of the Democrats. I'm not a fan of the Orange Man. Orange Man has said negative things about crypto, but what we're going to notice coming up real soon, because you do have some presidential candidates that are pro Bitcoin, one being a Democrat, Robert Kennedy Jr. You can look up his statements, very pro Bitcoin. He spoke at the Bitcoin conference. Republican Ron DeSantis, very, very pro Bitcoin, anti CBDCs. And, Trump made an NFT, but he's also said a lot of negative things about crypto. Biden doesn't even know what planet he's on, but he's had a lot of anti-crypto sentiment. I don't even think he understands anything about crypto. But what is the bigger goal? Why would they be doing this, guys? Like, Kevin, why would they want to hurt the American people? Well, there's a lot of reasons. But for one, they want full control. And, you guys have seen, they're hiring 87,000 IRS agents. Do you think that's to go after Bill Gates and Elon Musk and all the billionaires? Do you think the 87,000 IRS agents are going to be going after them? No. They're going to be coming after me and you. They're telling you they're going after your $600 Venmo payments. That's who they're going after. So this weaponization, this is what Bitcoin protects us from. It's censorship-resistant money. That is the point. We don't want the government, we don't want, you guys are seeing states banning central bank digital currencies. Do you understand that if a central bank digital currency is implemented, and in theory crypto assets are banned, that's the end of your freedoms. So whether you're Republican or Democrat, think about it, guys. If you're a Republican, you think the Democrats are trying to, create a totalitarian dictatorship. If you're a Democrat, you think the Republicans, are literally Hitler. So do you want either party controlling our money? Do you want the Federal Reserve being able to print endless amount of monies, inflating our money? You guys realize all the benefits that are promised, Social Security, all the teacher pensions, there's not any money to pay it. So right now, they're still there, Social Security's still there, but through inflation, what is it going to be worth? So if you're making, $385, whatever it is a week from Social Security, is it even going to be worth anything in a couple years at the value, at the rate that our money's being devalued? Probably not. So, let's get to the next story, guys. So this is the statement from Cynthia Loomis. The SEC failed to provide a path for digital asset exchanges to register, and even worse, has failed to provide adequate legal guidance on what differentiates a security from a commodity. The SEC's continued reliance on regulation by enforcement continues to harm consumers. Real consumer protection requires creating a robust legal framework that exchanges can comply with, not pushing the industry offshore or into the shadows. This is why Congress needs to pass the Loomis-Gillibrand Responsible Financial Innovations Act. Now, if you guys are wondering what the SEC is using to deem these assets as securities, they're using a thing called the Howey test. Now, if you don't want to pass the Howey test if you're a crypto. Now, why that? You guys, this technology is so new. We're using legislation. I think the Howey test is from the 1920s. And where it was developed is for how a 1920s Florida citrus land baron created the asset test for crypto tokens. So it was a situation through some orange trees that they created this system of the Howey test. How is that relevant to right now? This is, I don't think the SEC should even be involved in crypto because, again, they've proven they don't protect us. Now, I think that Gary Gensler needs to resign, needs to be fired. Shame on me. I don't know the political landscape. If, I think the president appoints the head of the SEC, not sure, but it's just like its own agency. And I think they do report to Congress, but we need some type of action, guys. We need some type of action because this is really hurting us. From the block, Solana Foundation disagrees with SEC's claim Sol is a security. The U.S. will find the right outcome for crypto eventually, says Coinbase CEO. I think so too. And guys, last story, home foreclosures are rising nationwide with Florida, California, and Texas in the lead. So yeah, guys, so we're seeing, not just, guys, it's not just the crypto markets that are getting hammered right now. Guys, the real estate market's getting absolutely hammered through rising of interest rates. The stock market's getting absolutely hammered. So, guys, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Drop me a 100 emoji in the comments. But I'm going to let you know if you made it this far where I've been. So, guys, the last couple months have been really interesting for me. Haven't had as much time to make videos. Essentially, I want to make them, but I just don't want to edit the videos. But I've been working, guys. I've been making as much fiat money as I can. One, because I'm trying to buy a new house. And two, guys, I bought the dip, not financial advice. I bought Cardano. I bought Solana. I bought Polygon MATIC. I buy Bitcoin, Ethereum every week because I still do think that these digital assets are our best chance at creating generational wealth. Now, I do think that a reckoning is coming to the real estate market. We are seeing commercial real estate get absolutely slaughtered right now, guys. Look at what's happening to commercial real estate in California and New York. Use those states as, a precursor of what's to come to your local market. Once commercial real estate's hammered enough, I believe it's going to come to residential. And, Jerome Powell and the Fed, they've indicated that they're going to keep raising interest rates. That the environment that we're in, the inflationary environment that we're in, that they're trying to curtail it through raising interest rates, which isn't going to work, but that's for another episode. So right now, guys, my goal is to acquire as much fiat as I can because you make your money when there's blood in the streets. Now, as far as NFTs go, I'm going to touch on that before I close out this episode, guys. NFTs, super speculative assets. You guys know that. And you know that, if you choose the right NFTs, you can create a lot of money, but a lot of them are going to go to zero. So NFTs probably wouldn't be my 100% focus right now. And if I do, I did buy some recently, but mainly blue chip. Anything from Yuga Labs, I definitely got my eyes on. But anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Guys, let me know in the comments if you guys want to see new episodes, what you want to see it on, real estate, stocks, crypto, anything making money, guys, because right now, we got to stick together. And, our political leaders have failed us, Republican and Democrat. And it's going to be the American people. It's going to be innovation from the American people that's going to have to really be the change we want to see in the world. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'm out, y'all. Peace.